So what have you found from your experience of doing this are the benefits of meditation from people who you've been working with in the past? Like, you know, what's been a quick outcome that they can say, I know this makes it better because I've done this, for example, as an outcome?
Sleep better, calmer,
That's,
deeper,
that's
more.
I'll have that.
Sex, deeper, calmer, more. And basically a more successful, productive day, you know. But that's the big, that's just the three that I picked out this morning for a post, which made me laugh. So I thought I'd repeat it now. There are a lot more. So that it literally is, I'm laughing at myself now. It literally has just got so many health benefits, because once you're in a space of knowing how your body talks to you, and the body is the roadmap to your life, meditation is number one, kind of starting off, and you'll start nourishing yourself in other ways, and you just feel that you want to nourish yourself more because you're connecting more with your body, and you become more you relate more to your body. And you know, we could go into a deeper chat with this, but it just is everything that's connected to your body, and nourishing yourself is a good sum up. But yeah,
that's not a bad thing. I mean, that's something that I was thinking about was when we had lockdown. So we're filming this in November. We had lockdown in March, and people who were furloughed, for example, who were at home, they found they had more time to themselves because, you know, they weren't thinking about the rush of getting to work, taking the kids, you know, sorting things out. You just had to just like take some time because you were forced to sit at home, and you had to take some time out for yourself. What I found personally is that when I then went back to work in July at the old pace, I didn't like the old pace anymore, because actually I'd had 3 months of a slower pace, and I like that slower pace, but it was really hard to find how I can then fit my new pace that I want to work at in this newer world. And I think meditation and this kind of a self-care kind of thing for like 11 minutes a day is a good way to get back into it, but do something for yourself, but it isn't too labor intensive. You don't feel too selfish for doing something like this for yourself, which I think is a good starter after having the year you've had so far.
that is such a big point that you just said about being selfish. I mean, meditation, people in Luminous, my membership, they've come downstairs after having a meditation session with me, and their whole family are so much happier because they're so much calmer and nicer and brighter after because they've unwound from their day, you know, and it's actually changed the whole household environment, the whole house. And yeah, that's hilarious that you said that. It's actually probably one of the least selfish things you can do, because it changes your vibe, it changes the way you are. And that, even if you were going to do half an hour's worth of meditation or an hour, it would still have a positive effect on everyone else. So yeah, that's so interesting that you said that it feels selfish, because it's actually a gift to everybody.
Yeah,
it really.
and it's about letting go of that guilt that I feel selfish having time for myself, and saying to the rest of the household, look, not now, I'm not doing this kind of stuff with you anymore, I'm doing something for myself. And letting go of that, I used to think it was selfish to do something for myself, because that's just how I was raised and what my, you know, saw my parents doing or whatever. And now it's a case of, well, do you know what? Screw them, because if I don't do it for myself, then what kind of life am I living? If I can't do that makes me happy, then what kind of life is this? And actually, it's okay to be a bit selfish sometimes, because actually it's about you.
Yeah, there's an amazing book, actually. Have you read Untamed? I'll put that in there as well. Oh my God, anyone that feels doing stuff for them is selfish, you must read Glennon Doyle Untamed.
Okay.
Because the one thing that she says in that is, it's the best thing you can do is disappoint other people rather than disappoint yourself, because the moment you start standing in exactly your true love for yourself, then their world improves no end as well, because they learn from you, and they stand in their own power of their own love. It's just an amazing book, and she's a mum, and she's gone through a few things, and she talks about her internal dialogue. It's fabulous. But yeah, the more people you can disappoint, so as not to disappoint yourself when you're being really true to yourself, and I'm not talking about instant gratification or necessarily dependencies, but when you're being really true to yourself. Yeah,
That's really got me thinking. It's just kind of just sitting with my on that I was, somebody I was speaking to, we were talking about like doing stuff for self-care, and he was saying, you know, meet a mate for coffee rather than just, you know, not do anything at all, because he goes, it's easier to, you know, it's harder to let somebody else down than let yourself down, because you feel the pressure of, for example, meeting up, or rather than being, we're talking about not making time for ourselves and just staying at home all the time and, you know, being social and whatever. And that's interesting, the power and the pressure we feel about disappointing other people. This is kind of the opposite of that it's okay to do that because you're being true to yourself.
Absolutely, you must say no if you don't feel true to yourself. But likewise, if you're a workaholic and you work too hard, it's going to raise your vibe and theirs to go and meet, because you're actually being true to your work but not to you, by going out and connecting with someone and just lightening up. Because the most important reason we're here on the planet is to create joy for ourselves, and sometimes we forget that work is meant to be creating joy. That's why we're doing it. So yeah, there's two sides to that. So definitely putting boundaries in place, definitely saying no when you don't want to do something. However, if you're 15 hours a day heading to work, then I think it might be all right to go and have that coffee, you know.
I think it's a good call, definitely a good call. Jill, I think we're going to get a lot of interest in this. This is going to be really exciting. I will get this video out ASAP, because people need to hear about this. This is going to be a really big deal. And if you can't do it at 11, then do it at 7. Just do it for 4 days and just watch how things are going to start transforming for yourself, and how people are going to enjoy being around you a bit more. If you've been a bit of a not a nice person recently, you've been a bit lately, somebody might appreciate this more than just you. Maybe my husband.
Brilliant.
How can people find you on socials? I put it all on the links as well. Where are you on socials? And
I'm literally Gill Kirkham on Facebook, Gill Kirkham on LinkedIn. I'm Gill Kirkham, a modern day alchemist, with an _ modern day alchemist on Instagram. I'm easy. The link. Sorry, go on.
Okay, how can people find the link to this and to, you know, sign up and stuff to this membership?
Yeah, so it's Gill Kirkham and gillkirkham.com/ then raise the vibe.
I'll put it as a link. Okay, cool. If you're interested,
there might be a slash at the end just without a hyphen. Yeah, there's no hyphen then. So it'll be at the bottom of here. It's easier.
I'll put it on there. If you are interested, if you want to think, you know what, I'm a bit curious, I want some time to myself, I want to feel what the power of collective people's thinking is all about and collective vibe is all about, give this a shot. You have nothing to lose, but you have everything that you can possibly gain, more than you might even realize. I've done work with Gill in the past, and it has blown my mind, and it has opened up things that I never thought were possible in terms of meditation, for example, as well. And it kind of made me realize my mum was right. So meditation and spiritual people who I follow, for example, they're right. It's not just some hokum. There's some power in this, and give it a shot. Dip it down in the water, see what you think. I think you'll really enjoy it. Gill, good luck to you. This is going to be awesome. I'm rooting for you big time, properly. We will see you real soon. My pleasure. Have a great day.